Hello, everyone. We are back to session something or other
6.
of Ptolus. Yes, session 6.
What about
It was
6?
a test. You passed.
Yep, I passed.
Before we commence, does everybody have any announcements they would like to make?
I always have announcements. It's a trick question. Welcome everybody. Reminder, if you're not following us on Twitter, please go do so. We post announcements about our YouTube and etc., as well as some other cute things. That is at Roll Destined. And I'm dropping it in the chat as well as if you would like to go listen back to some of our previous sessions. We just released a never before seen session 0 of Ptolus, following Opal and Franklin and Tom as they met on the road to Ptolus. So that is on our YouTube channel, as well as our other campaign. So check that out as well. And then, oh yeah, Wanderer Path tomorrow. Oh my god, I can't speak. Wanderer's Path tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then return next week at 6 p.m. on Thursday for the next episode of Ptolus, and I think that is all my announcement.
Yay, we get to fight for clerics, which will be arguably more difficult than fighting the wizards.
It depends on how you go about things. Just saying.
So a quick recap. Last session, the group found a person who contracted them with 17 gold to defeat a crocodile inside the sewers. They found said crocodile, but it had already been slain. They continued their endeavors in the sewers and found 3 ne'er-do-wells trying to dig inside a tunnel of the sewers. They apprehended these ne'er-do-wells and found that they had a map pointing to a treasure that was buried in the sewers. Tom and Opal then dug out the rest of the wall and found a small chamber inside the sewer where they found a desiccated corpse with a really pretty chalice that Opal could not help but pick up. They soon realized that this chalice was cursed, and that this curse prevented Opal from ever dropping the chalice and made everyone near her want to have the chalice for themselves at any cost. Franklin got hit with the curse. Everybody else was able to successfully shrug it off. Once they made their way up into the city, the curse affected every nearby resident, and the people who were affected started to come towards Opal in an attempt to grab the chalice from her. Franklin, seeing somebody else trying to grab the chalice, defended his property and attacked a citizen by murdering him with magic missiles. The rest of the party tried to apprehend and bring Franklin under control, while Opal and Benjamin fled in order to get themselves out of danger from the citizens that were chasing Opal. Opal was able to hide, while Tom and Samuel were able to apprehend Franklin and tie him up. He then proceeded to give Franklin to the guards, which they arrested him on charge of murder. Then found a cleric to remove the curse. And that's where we left the session. So Franklin was put in prison. Benjamin is moping around the city because he doesn't trust his teammates anymore. And Opal has now a severe case of PTSD.
Don't call me out like this.
Remember when I jokingly said he's going to traumatize us this session?
Yep, and then he did.
And it happened.
Okay, so where are we?
Yourself, dude.
Where are we? Are we still like?
Don't give me that shit, Candle.
Where are we picking up?
Well, it was roughly 3 p.m. when after everything stopped. So when we finished the session.
Okay.
Right now, Franklin is in jail right now, or more accurately, he's in the Watchguard Tower prison cell at Delver Square. Opal, Franklin, and Samuel are together. Opal, Tom, and Samuel are together. Presumably, you guys were heading to Castle Shard. I'm not quite sure. And Benjamin is off in the city moping.
Um,
Well.
where did Franklin and Benjamin go? Are they okay? Is everybody okay? Is anybody get hurt?
Franklin is in captivity, and we need to go find Benjamin
Why is Franklin in captivity?
for killing someone and then almost killing me. Mostly,
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but we should.
Are
go
you
find
sure? Do you need healing? Is
I'm
I'm
okay.
I'm like looking around you to make sure you're okay. So, are you sure you don't need what?
Yeah, we need to go find Benjamin so we can go to the guard tower.
What happened?
Well, you brought a cursed object out and got someone killed, and then Franklin tried to kill me, and I was in captivity, so we need to go get Benjamin.
But it isn't Franklin's fault.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that he killed somebody and then almost killed me.
All right, well, let's go find Benjamin. Do we know where he went? Why did he run off?
Something about you betraying his trust.
Betraying his trust? I was simply trying to get away from the people.
Well, look, I was busy getting blown up by somebody while that happened, so I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I know what he said when he ran away.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, we just need to go find him. Shouldn't be too hard. He's a big old bull.
While they're talking, can I slip away?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I will not let Tom slip away.
Well, I don't think
Okay.
that's right.
So if you want to contest that, that's perfectly fine. Make a stealth roll. And
13.
Samuel make a perception roll. Okay, well, Samuel, you are busy explaining the entire situation to Opal. Since Tom is midget size, he's able to sneak away pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading over to the guard tower.
Okay.
Where they're taking him.
All right. Samuel, Franklin, what are you two? I'm sorry, Samuel, Opal, what are you two doing?
I guess we pull the classic walk around town and yell Benjamin.
Minor illusion. Oh, I got in trouble last time. I'm not really participating.
All right. If you both would do some investigation checks.
Can you do that thing where you send a magical message to people?
No, I cannot. It is not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. Maybe I can when I get stronger.
Opal, can you roll an investigation check? Thank
Sorry,
you.
I need to fix my settings.
Fair.
Right. DMing.
Well, thank you. We'll get back to YouTube soon. So Tom, what is your plan? You have in about 10 minutes. In about 10 minutes, you have arrived to the guard tower, to the watchtower in Delver Square.
Do I see Franklin at all, or?
No, he's in. Well, you presume he would be inside, and there's not. There are windows to the guard tower, but they're not street level. They would be at second level and third level.
Okay. I'll just walk inside and go to like the reception desk or whatever.
All right, you are greeted by. There are several guards milling about, coming from patrol and going out in patrol, doing administrative duties. There is a guard at the front desk, and he looks bored at his job. But yeah, he looks at you. Can I help you, boy?
I was looking for someone who was sent here earlier today.
What are their names?
Franklin. I don't know their last name.
He goes over his book. Yes, we have processed a Franklin Azura. What do you want with him?
I was wondering if there was a chance I could talk to.
Right now, he's in the process of being debriefed. We're interrogating him, making sure we have a full picture of what happened. It should take about another hour or two. You are welcome to wait here, or you can come back.
I'll wait.
All right. He directs you to a sitting area to the left. There's like benches there. One bench is already filled with a family of thieflings, or just crying and huddling together. Their bench is completely empty.
I'll go the other bench.
All right. So we'll take a look at what Benjamin is doing. So Benjamin has been wandering the streets aimlessly and finds himself at the scumbag's retreat near the docks. As you remember from our pirate session, the scumbag retreat was a tavern that was populated by mostly ne'er-do-wells and sailors and pirates. Benjamin, are you there?
I am.
Awesome. Once you enter, the entire room goes silent for a moment, just staring at you, before resuming their conversation. A tall half-orc at the table chuckles and says, "Don't mind these pansies. I've never seen a minotaur before. Come, have a drink with me." As you come close, great. As you come closer to take a seat at a table, you see a huge anchor leaning on the table. What is your name?
My name, or what people call me, is Benjamin.
I am called Yantes. What brings you here? Are you looking for a crew, or are you looking for drinks?
I wouldn't turn down a crew or drinks.
Have you ever been in a crew before?
Thought I was a part of a crew. Turns out they just needed me to beat up people.
Well, beating up people is something that my crew does very well. What is wrong with beating up people?
No. Beating up people is what I like to do. However, they made me believe that they were my friends. But when their needs changed, so did their loyalty.
Loyalty is a very important thing in a crew. You could have your own side hustle. When your crew needs you, you need to be there for them. I have a 5-foot bird on my crew. Shifty little bugger. Don't ever give me a straight answer. I know he is loyal. The moment he proves he isn't, well, that's the day we are going to have chicken on the menu. Are you someone who is loyal, Benjamin?
I try to be.
And come, drink with me. He offers you a cup of ale.
He takes a cup of ale.
All right. He then invites you to a drinking game.
Oh, okay.
All right. First one that passes out loses. Make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage since you have not drank a lot in your life.
Already. A Constitution. There you go.
Nice.
Damn. All right, let's see what Deantes rolls. Ale has... You drink ale like it was the blood of your enemies. It does nothing to you. It just excites you. Deantes, however, seems to feel the full effect of the drink. You get the notion that this is not his first drink that he has, but he seemed to be doing fine at the beginning, like when you were talking to him. But now with all the drinks that he's had before, starts to take its toll on him. Second drink.
Second drink. Okay.
That's a 5. The antes
my guy.
rolling terribly. All right, so yes, the drinks is starting to affect you. You now have disadvantage on persuasion and deception. However, you do have advantage against being frightened.
Okay.
Ganty is starting to look really tipsy. He's starting to have those hiccups. Exactly like that. Third round. All right. So third round, you both chuck it up. No effects on either of you. We'll go down to fourth round.
Oh.
All right. Now, after a few drinks, you're starting to feel it. You now have disadvantage on ability checks, roll hit dice. However, you gain temporary hit points because everything is starting to feel numb. So you can roll a hit dice to get temporary hit points.
Okay. Hit die. Oh.
Yeah, that's a powerful roll, man. 11 hit points. At this point,
Cool.
a goblin with bite marks and claw marks all over his body comes holding a polished spoon.
Captain, I found a spoon. I fought 3 alley cats and took a homeless man's toupee for it.
That's me, boy.
I'm so sorry.
What's that? What is that?
This is one of my crew, one of my most trusted crewmates, Speedy. Like a son to me.
Aw.
Aww.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to see you, Benjamin. If you ever want to join my crew, you're welcome to do so. I'm docked. I'm at the docks right now under the Queen's End. I wish you a good day, Benjamin. And he just literally picks up Speedy, puts him on his shoulder, and just walks out.
Fucking tipsy.
At this point, I'll say that at Samuel and Opal, you find Benjamin and Bar in tavern.
Benjamin, there you are. We were so worried. We've been looking all over for you. Are you okay? Did you get hurt?
He just glares at you and he's just like, oh, now you want to talk.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to come off rude or anything. I was just very, very scared. And I know what magical items like this do. And if we had tried to make a run for it for the clerics, even though I really do appreciate that you are trying to save me and trying to help me, I really, really do, but we would have had like a whole army of these people behind us, and it wouldn't have been really good. And so I had to try to get away and distance myself from people, including yourself. And I am very sorry, Benjamin.
Hey, Samuel, how are you doing?
Hey, Benjamin. Doing okay. Thanks for saving my life. I do appreciate that.
Saving
You're
your
welcome,
life?
buddy.
Yeah, I told you Franklin blew
Yeah.
me up, and then he saved me, and he ran off.
That is so sweet of you, Benjamin.
Oh, you know, I help my friends when they're in trouble. I don't abandon them.
You weren't the one in trouble, I was. They were coming after me. And I'm sorry that I made a different decision because I know how magic works.
He's just there sipping his ale.
I
The
said
rest
I
of
would
his
help
ale.
you.
Yeah. And when it came time for me to help you, you didn't trust me. You told me friends are supposed to trust one another. Well, why is it that I trust you, but you didn't trust me?
It's not that I don't trust you. I trust you a lot. It's that I know how these things work. And that wouldn't have been a good idea. And I was panicking and very scared.
You don't know that.
By the Mist Shadow, I swear that I trust you. Which is saying a lot.
Oh, by the Mist Shadow, by the Mist Shadow. Like, the Mist Shadow's not here right now.
Yes,
I
she
was
is.
there to help you.
Miss Shadow is always there, and she is the one who sent people to help me and helped everyone find me.
I hate to interrupt this, but can you guys talk this out on the walk.
I love sassy Samuel.
Me too. It's killing me. Benjamin.
And why?
Why what?
Why are we in a rush to head on out?
We have to get through the guard tower where Franklin is.
Why is Franklin at the guard tower?
For killing a person and then almost killing me.
Is that when I figured you were taking a nap?
No, he hit me pretty hard.
Are you sure you're okay? Do you need more healing?
No, I'm doing okay, but
I believe
get
this.
Going.
Do I believe this bullshit?
You
Did he
can make
heal you? Did he like heal you fully?
That stinks.
I'm going to lean over and say,
Please don't touch me. Back away from you.
why?
Come, let's go.
Well, you just gonna act like healing word isn't 60 feet? All right. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys are heading to the Watchtower in Dover Square.
Yeah.
All right,
Opal's hanging her head. She's sad.
It's going to take some time. Benjamin, this is your first time getting drunk, and you are very wobbly. You cannot go into a straight line more than 30 feet. Afterwards, you just wobble. So you bump into a lot of people.
I'll help Benjamin out so he's not struggling too much.
Okay.
I'll trail behind, dragging my feet and hanging my head.
All right, so we'll get back to the Watchtower. At this point, Tom, you are still at the Watchtower alone. And the guard is telling you that Franklin has been processed and you can talk to him.
I rush over.
Oh, yes. He guides you to the basement where you see rows of cells. Not a lot of them are filled, actually. There's roughly a dozen cells. Maybe only 3 of them are filled. Now, there are several individuals in each cell. So in total, you'd suspect there's roughly 10 individuals that are in cells. You don't know what offense they've done. However, Franklin is in a cell all alone. So yes, he guides you to Franklin's cells, and there's a bench right across it. So if you want to seek there, afterwards the guard is going to give you privacy and step out. He's not leaving the basement per se, but he stays like 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Is the cell open, or am I supposed to speak to the bars?
You'd have to speak through the bars.
Okay.
It's like, so the jail cell is like half wood, half bar cells. Like there's a 3 foot of solid wood, starting from the floor up to 3 feet, and after 3 feet, it's just solid bars.
Is Franklin looking at me or anything, or is he like face towards the wall?
Franklin's just looking out the window.
Well, there is no windows.
Oh, I thought it was like a classic jail set.
Franklin drew a window on the wall to pretend to look out.
Yeah.
Would be in D&D world, if that were the case, you could still do spells through the windows and just fireball random pedestrians. So that's a no-go.
Yeah, but I would assume with that same logic, they would also have. Never mind, I'm not going into this. Anyways, Franklin would look up and forgot your fucking name, Tom. That's it. He would look up and he walks over. He's like, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. Here, Tom, could you explain to me what's wrong with them? I just woke up and I was being processed for some reason. They told me that they were questioning me and they said some man died and I don't. Can you explain to me what I'm missing? Because I just after we left that temple and that man lunged for Opal, I don't remember anything that happened."
I'll stop you there. It was not a temple, it was sewers.
You know what I mean.
Okay, that's fair.
So you don't remember anything?
I remember damn it. 1 second.
1 second. I remember. Then he gets shot.
I'm sorry about that. For some reason, my sister was incredibly interested in when my fucking birthday is. I would assume she would have known that, but whatever. Anyways,
It's okay.
says I just remember feeling really hot, and I don't know. They said I killed someone. I wouldn't think I would do that on purpose.
It kind of kills somebody. That part is true. But to be fair, you weren't entirely yourself because of a curse, I believe. With the cup Opal had.
He looks emotionless for a second. Then his face just drops and he looks incredibly upset by this news.
So you can't remember any details at all?
Um, he, you it's not safe around me. You just couldn't leave.
But I think the rest of them we're gonna try to convince or try to tell the guards what happened exactly.
And he just like he does like the weird like standing lean down thing where he's on his feet but his head is in his knees.
Mm-hmm.
Just what you're I wasn't strong enough to do it this time.
To do what? If you don't
Can't
mind
be
answering.
around. I can't be in Ptolus anymore. I'm too much of a danger to everyone. I'm too incompetent to even control these abilities I've done so much work to learn about. I was warned about for so long. Just
I don't think you should blame yourself. I mean, you were under the influence of magic.
doesn't matter. I still killed someone.
Yeah.
I'm too weak. I'm too useless. I'm too incompetent. Did you even? I can't just exist without someone else getting hurt.
But I mean, we've been around you for a while, and you didn't hurt any one of us up until that point. You got control.
I'm not going to let more people die because of me. If you want to help me get out, do your best to help me get out so that I can leave Ptolus forever. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going somewhere where there aren't people.
Tom is like sweating. He doesn't know what to say.
At this point, Opal, Samuel, and Benjamin are going down the basement, followed by two other guards. Benjamin almost falls down the stairs, but Samuel catches him, and he's able to safely navigate the stairs.
I really would like to think that he just tumbles.
Franklin, how are you feeling? Are you hurt?
How I feel doesn't matter. Is Samuel okay? And he looks at Samuel.
Hey, Franklin, I'm good.
He's bleeding out.
I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that.
It's okay. I know you were under a spell or some curse or something. It's kind of over my head, but I know
No.
you were under some
It's
kind
not
of thing.
okay. Oh.
Well, I happen to agree, and that's why I'm glad everyone's here. Guards, all 5 of us are responsible for those murders and need to be locked up.
Wait, what?
Excuse me?
All right, relax.
Oh,
Guards,
oh,
we are under a
wait.
curse.
Oh,
Hold on.
hold on. Wait a minute. This is bullshit.
Three
Oh,
guards
fuck
are
you,
going
fuck
to
you.
surround you guys. Is this a confession?
Yes,
No.
it is.
Let me finish. He doesn't know how magic works as well.
I don't care how magic works. Listen, Opal. If 5 people bring a demon to the city and the city kills 1 person, do you not blame those 5 people?
I blame the demon.
The people brought the demon in that killed the people. That is.
They didn't.
They had
there was
it.
no
They
way
should.
here.
The point is, you bring something into a place that endangers civilians' lives. It's your fault.
But it was unknowingly.
We couldn't get it off.
Then we should have stayed. You knew something was wrong with.
I didn't. He
You kn-
wasn't doing
I
anything.
know you did.
I just knew that he was acting weird. I didn't understand.
I'm of the mind that you bring something into the town and got someone killed. All of us did.
Guards, do you know anything about cursed items?
You are familiar with cursed items.
That is what happened. There was an item, it was cursed. I didn't know the extent of the curse, and it got brought to the surface, and it endangered civilians. We tried to get away as much as possible. Unfortunately, our friend Franklin here fell under the curse as well. I hid, and then these 2 brave men went and got a cleric to remove the curse. And that is what happened, which is why he just woke up. He has no recollection. Or wait, never mind, I didn't hear that. And that is what happened and where we are.
Seems to be discrepancies here. I'm well aware of Samuel. He is somebody that I trust. If he suspects that all of you if he suspects that all of you are party of this crime, I tend to believe him.
If you would like to see, here is the remainder of the chalice that was cursed, and I will hand him the 5 gems. The priest, I believe his name is George. I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot. The priest George from the Temple of Liera was the one who came and removed the curse. You may speak with him if you would like.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh. She's a little shaken, apparently.
Again, I don't know you, lady. You're telling me that your alibi is not here, and you are sending us on a wild goose chase.
No, I'm willing to stay here while you go speak with them. I'm just letting you know of everyone who is involved. I apologize. It is not my intention to deceive.
All right, well, for the time being, I'm going to ask you all to go into the cell.
All right.
And we'll get things straightened up. And he opens a cell like 3 cells down and asks you all to enter.
Who? Ask everybody?
I enter.
Yeah.
I will follow.
I'm a fall down.
I'll go back out and help Benjamin enter.
This is bullshit. You guys always hated Minotaurs. I fucking knew you'd throw me in prison. My throw up tastes funny.
I can assure you, sir, this is not we are not profiling you. We're just following an investigation. Do not bring race into this.
Exactly what someone who's profiling would say.
We're not murderers.
So, Tom, what are you doing? Are you joining the rest of your group inside the jail cell?
Tom, don't worry. It will all work out.
Tom is panicking. He's gonna try to run.
Seriously?
Yeah. I'm gonna use Step of the Wind and disengage and yeet out of there.
Okay,
So it's my
Yeah,
bonus
we love-
action.
Love a
Yeet
king.
out of there.
cool.
That's
Can I attempt to like catch him? Just like it's okay, buddy.
Sure,
Hey,
you
man,
can.
you're already in
disengage.
cell.
So you're fully
Huh?
in the cell.
Oh well. And you know what? It wouldn't hurt to ask. Y'all keep
And
making
then
fun of me.
I'll action to dash. So it's like
Sure.
70 feet.
So you are able to dash, and you run past the first guard, and then the other two guards that are roughly 15 feet away. I'll be honest, I don't know if the disengage would allow you to bypass these two guards, but we'll check it out later. That's fine. So I'll say you're able to disengage and run past those two guards. However, the door to the basement is locked. I have locked it behind you.
So quickly pick it.
Okay, make a lockpick check.
12.
Unfortunately, before you are able to lockpick it, as it takes some time, the two guards catches up to you
I'm just gonna
and
break
surround
it.
you. What, a door?
Yeah.
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Hey, come on, natural one.
Fuck. Bonus
Hey.
action.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, I get to
All the
reroll
attempts
those.
you want, man.
Fuck.
Make all the attempts you want. Are you done, dude? They literally just drag you and conk you on the head, and then just
Conk.
throw you in a cell separate Franklin and the rest of the group. You are now unconscious.
Man, go down after bonk.
I like to think Franklin was about to say something, but then he just saw Tom run down the hall. And in his head, he's like, "Well, there's no fucking point now."
I would have, if you had rolled pretty damn well, I would have allowed you to escape. It would have been really hard because there's still guards in the other places in the tower. But yeah.
Do they see each other in the cells, or are there like walls between each cell?
No, as I said, there's 3 feet of wood from the floor up, but after 3 feet, it's just bars, like in a regular jail cell. So if you are standing, you are able to see each other. However, since Tom is passed out, unconscious, you are not able to see him.
Unconscious?
And they pretty much conked him on the head to because he was resisting arrest, then threw him in jail cell.
Oh, that's what unconscious is.
No, unconscious, he said.
I heard unconscious.
Yeah, he lacks a conscience.
We will talk to this George. Where can we find him?
At the Temple of Liera, and if they charge you anything for it, I will foot the bill.
Well, they can't charge
He
us since
looks
we're
at
getting
you and he
investigation.
says, "Are you telling me that your alibi is from a temple full of liars?"
The Temple of Liera is not necessarily full of liars.
Oh, they're full of liars, alright.
How do you know? You've never been there.
Cuz.
I'll check out your story, lady.
All right.
Come back.
And I did give him the remainder of the chalice. So.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
23.
All right, cool. So at this point, the one guard remains downstairs just to keep an eye on you. He's about 45 feet away from you, towards the end of the hall, next to the stairs leading up to the door. He's just making sure that no one's doing any funny business. He can't necessarily hear you guys if you speak quietly. But yes, the other two guards went up.
Oh, that's funny.
I am sitting in the corner, kind of with my hood up.
Franklin instantly looks into the cell and says, Samuel, I don't wish to be brash considering that I did recently hurt you. I don't think you understand how guilt works as a concept.
I'm quite aware what guilt is. I don't know what that has to do with anything here.
Are you? Because you kind of blamed yourself and our compatriots for something that had nothing
But
to
it
do with
had
you all.
everything to do with us. We
They
were the
arrested
ones who
me
brought it out.
because someone died. I murdered him, whether it was a curse or not. I still murdered that person. That's a fact.
I completely agree with you, Franklin, and I think that you murdered him because all of us did something we shouldn't have done. We broke a wall
Yes,
that
but
wasn't meant to be
you
broken.
actually didn't. You actually were walking ahead, so you technically have nothing to do with this. That's the flaw in your logic.
I think I should have tried harder to stop them from breaking that wall down. I think everybody had a part to play in this, and I think everybody needs to pay penance for it.
Well, not Tom, really. Tom didn't really do anything wrong, and now he's unconscious.
Well, he ran. I would have to say that he shouldn't have run if he didn't think he did anything
Well,
wrong.
by that logic, wouldn't that be your fault too, then?
That he
Because you
ran?
put everyone else in jail. Oh,
That he ran?
so what you're telling me is that people are their own agents, and that doesn't necessarily mean everyone's in the wrong. Then
No, we are all together wrong because we all together brought that
you
cursed
literally just
artifact out.
disproved your own logic.
It
I
was
proved
a
the same
mistake.
thing over and over. I get that it was a mistake. It's called manslaughter. It's a mistake, but you still have to pay penance for it.
Yes, but you all didn't do anything wrong. You just proved that by what you just said.
We brought
What
the
is
thing out
manslaughter?
that caused it. It's when you accidentally kill someone, Benjamin.
You turned yourself in.
Manslaughter sounds delicious. Where can I get some?
And you turned us in, which caused Tom to run. And you just said it's not your fault, which is true. So by that logic, you guys don't have anything to do with what I did.
No, me turning Tom in caused him to run. I don't know why he ran. If he feels he did nothing wrong, he shouldn't have run.
But you just said you disagreed. You just said you disagreed with that.
No, he ran of his own volition for no reason.
He was probably scared.
Is everyone here?
Speaking
not
of Tom,
scared?
can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure.
A death saving throw? I meant?
0.
Tom is conked out. You get a sense he'll be conked out for a while now.
18.
You got a 0, dude.
Well, I get to reroll once.
Fucking.
Wow. You get unconscious, you're damn lucky. Alright, so you
I mean, it's up
regain
to you if you want to rule that. I don't get to reroll.
It's fine. I have no problem with that. It does not really affect the game.
Okay.
Yes, Tom regains consciousness at this point.
Hey, buddy.
Okay.
We still can't see him.
We
He's
can.
too short.
He's too short.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, we're all in the same. We're all in the same jail cell.
No,
besides
he's
Franklin,
not.
right?
Tom's in a different one because he
Tom's in a
tried to
different
run.
cell.
Oh, is he?
Tom, how tall are you?
4 foot, I believe.
Okay, so yes, his face would poke up above the shoulders, and face would poke up above the wooden barrier.
You literally see Franklin try to explain logic to Samuel, who's talking them into circles.
Look, I think, in my opinion, it is everyone who went in there and brought it out's fault. We can let the judge decide who's right. There's
But
really
you
no
didn't
reason
do
to argue.
that.
That's true, but I should have stopped it. I
Yes,
knew
but
it
you
was
didn't
wrong to
do
break
that.
the wall. I tried to stop them from breaking the wall, but I should have tried harder.
That was an item. You didn't break the law by not stopping us. That was an item that no one really owned.
I believe I was part of this. I believe I was part of the reason this man was killed. And that's why I put
Then
myself
why is
in here.
Opal, Benjamin, and Tom in here then? They don't have anything to do with that.
How are they any less part of
I
the
broke
plan?
the wall because fuck you.
They shouldn't be punished for what you think is yours and my mistakes. That's unfair.
They went in and got the artifact and brought it out.
We didn't know.
Yes, but they didn't kill anyone.
I didn't do nothing.
Right, but I'll go back to my demon point. If someone brings a demon into town and it kills someone, do you not blame the people who brought the demon into town, Franklin? What do you
You
think
blame
about
the
that?
people who willingly did that to hurt others, but if they brought it by accident, they're not at fault. They're at fault, but they don't deserve to be punished for something they didn't do.
So they're at fault. But what if they brought it and thought they could control it? Not that they summoned it. They had it as like a toy.
Well, your logic doesn't really stand because what happened would be more so if they brought the demon and then hired someone to get rid of the demon after someone died from it. So in that case, they're still at fault, but did they not rectify their mistakes?
You rectify your mistake all you want, so there's still a law to be upheld, and we have to pay our penance. Look,
Yes,
the
but if
judge will
one person
decide if
died
we're at
from
fault
the
or not.
but if that's the case, why did you decide for the three of them?
And Benjamin's just like, both of you, shut up! You're
Well, if I
ruining
don't-
my buzz.
The thing is, if you don't bring them in, the judge can't decide because they never own up to it.
Yes, but you didn't have to decide for them either way.
I really can't be here. I need to leave.
Tom,
I made my decision. This is where we're at. We're gonna probably be put on trial. Apparently,
I know.
Opal follows a liar god, so that's probably not gonna help the case.
don't
Okay, you
follow a
clearly-
liar god.
You clearly don't read enough books. That's not what she is.
I don't read any books, actually. Thank you very much.
That would explain quite a bit, wouldn't it?
Frankly, you can be mad all you want. I don't really care. I've done what I think is right, and that's all I can ever do.
Yes, and you're
Tom-
still in the wrong either way.
I'll be in the wrong all day long as I feel like I did what was right.
So basically, what you're saying is that you're okay being selfish, even if other people get hurt.
Nobody's gonna get hurt. You might go to jail.
You're telling me
Wait.
that's not hurting Tom who tried to run?
Wait, so
don't know why
we're going to jail?
Benjamin,
You're in jail, Benjamin.
Do you not know what the fuck I am? We end up going to jail. Everything's dizzy, but we end up going to jail, if not worse. I'm a fucking minotaur.
So,
Okay, at this point, I'll say an hour has passed.
Did they
And
take
the
away
guard-
my tools?
They did take away your tools. Well, no. Make a sleight of hand check.
Mine.
Okay, so unfortunately, you were not able to stash any tools. You were not able to hide any of your tools. So yes, they did end up confiscating all of your tools. At this point, the guards come after an hour of you just bickering and passing the blame on each other. The
Franklin's
guards,
not passing any blame. He's just telling Samuel he didn't have the right to be selfish.
I mean,
at this
Samuel was
point,
the
the
guard. and said,
guards
"I'll bring you
arrive
in."
and they say, because it's the same guard that you tried to convince earlier comes back. Well, the George did corroborate your story. I did not give him much information, but he pretty much repeated everything you've told us. He was not able to confirm the nature of the curse, but he did say that a chalice was cursed, and once the curse was removed, the chalice disintegrated. Only 5 rubies remained.
yes. And I know the nature of the curse. I am also a cleric, just not as high of a level as he.
Do you understand that I cannot take your word for it?
I understand.
At this point, you are all accessories. You are all considered accessory to murder. We will let you go. However, I will insist that you wear these bracelets. It will prevent you from leaving Ptolus. And if you do not comply with our orders, such as being in the courthouse by 3 p.m. tomorrow, we will activate the bracelets, which will paralyze you.
All right.
He will then prompt you all to put a arm out of the cell through the bars, and he will slap a bracelet on each of you.
Including
Cannot be-
Franklin?
Franklin will have to stay in prison.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because Franklin wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't take it
He'd be
either.
fine in his cell.
Tom, are you feeling all right?
No,
Let's go. Let's go talk this out.
I really
Please.
don't want that bracelet.
Yes, I understand, but the alternative is staying here.
I would suggest that you all find a way to prove your innocence, or else you might come back to the cell and be there for a long, long time.
All right.
Everyone.
Guess I'll
He will
tell
then
Chris.
open your cell, but he has like 6 other guards near him to make sure you guys are not doing any funny business once because Tom tried to escape.
They
before.
don't want to have to knock another child out.
Exactly. So they are just like escorting you out of the cells, out of the basement, and out of the guard tower. We're now in Delver Square. Which would be, again, for those who are watching us, Delver Square is right here.
Near midtown.
It's now roughly 5:30 p.m.
Well, I am going to. Did they give me the gems back, or did they keep them?
Would you ask for your gems back?
I would have asked if I could maybe have one. In order to prove myself, I was going to go find a cleric that had that was higher level to let them figure out what the curse was and to be able to prove what the curse was and confirm the story.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Just one of them. They can keep the rest of them. 18.
This is why you have advantage.
Oh, okay.
So yes, because you gave them the rubies in the first place, because you've explained the situation, are only asking for one back. They will allow you to have one back. They're still considered evidence, and they make it clear that you are to return this this gem back tomorrow at 3 p.m. or this may be used against you.
I will.
All right. So now you have one gem back.
Okay. When we are released, I will turn to them and say, I am going to go find the cleric of a refutable. Samuel, what is the most refutable god here?
I walk away and go to the ghostly minstrel.
All right.
And then Benjamin's crawling.
Benjamin, are you staying with Samuel?
I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna lay here on the street till fucking vultures pluck out my eyes.
All right. Let's.
Well, make a religion check.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice. All right. You would know that Ahar, which is the god of air, goodness, and protection, is very popular, as well.
How do you spell that?
Ahaar, as well as Ash, who is the god of cities, civilization, knowledge, and protection. It is spelled Asche.
Tom, what would you like to do? I'm going to go visit clerics to try to absolve us of this. Tom, I understand coming from a history that might come to bite you in the ass. But for the sake of Franklin and for the sake of you not getting hurt and for the sake of all of us, I implore you to please don't worry, and I'm going to try to fix this the best I can. But I need your help.
What can I do?
Well, right now we need to get Benjamin somewhere safe so he can sleep this off. And then we need to go track down a cleric who can figure out the nature of this curse, as well as possibly a diviner who can read the story from my mind.
They can do that.
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Or someone who's willing to cast a... I mean, tomorrow I could cast Zone of Truth, but it won't work if I cast it on myself.
But that means that they would have to trust that you're doing.
No, I'm saying finding someone I can bring who can cast it. So I'm going to find a cleric of a god that everyone trusts.
Okay.
I'm going to try my best to absolve us of this, or if anything, I will take the blame myself.
I mean, I don't think you should do that.
Why?
Well, you didn't know the exact nature of the curse.
I didn't. And I'm going to prove that, but I don't know the laws of Ptolus, and I don't know. I made Samuel very mad. So, can I find a place to bring Benjamin?
Well, there is a ghostly minstrel, which is right next to you.
Oh shit! Really? Like right next to me? Okay.
The ghostly minstrel is inside Delver Square, which again, you
Okay.
guys are right there.
I will go to the ghostly minstrel. If Samuel's there, I will ignore him. I'll rent a room. We'll drag Benjamin up there, and he can take a nap.
All right, it's
I
6 silver.
I
for-
don't want to go. I'm
Benjamin,
going.
At this point, you sobered up, Benjamin, but you're starting to have a headache and a dry mouth.
Still, Benjamin's gonna refuse to go.
Where do you want to go then?
I'm not taking nap. I don't know, but I'm not staying here.
You have to stay here. If you don't stay here, then
You're-
everyone's going to be in
you're-
trouble, and you're going to
you're-
be hurt.
You're not telling me what to do. If I'm gonna die or go to prison, at least give me a reason to die or go to prison.
I'm just saying, if you don't want Samuel and Franklin to get in trouble,
I mean, we're in we're in deep shit anyways. Might as well give me a reason to be in deep shit.
please, I'm begging you.
And I'm not listening. I'm going either way.
Benjamin,
All right,
well,
you're condemning us all,
wait,
and that is going to be on your shoulders
Yeah.
for the remainder of this.
And he's just like, I literally eat people. Your pity and your guilt means nothing.
I mean, he has a fair point.
Benjamin, do you want to come with us? Hell,
I'll go. I'll go. And believe me. And he's just like, if I'm gonna be framed for any kind of murder, at least let me have murder to be accused of.
well, I
No,
don't think you should kill people, but
we're
I mean,
not killing people.
You could help us disprove it and get us out.
And he's just like, whichever comes first.
I prefer you not kill anybody, please.
All right. You are welcome to come with us. I was just trying to do something nice because I figured you weren't feeling well.
He just walks out the door.
All right, so you guys are heading where exactly?
Well, I guess I will try to find the Temple of Air.
Okay. All the temples are roughly over here. All the temples of the gods are on the Market Street towards the east. And they are neighboring the necropolis.
All right.
It's going to take you a nice little 45 minutes to get there. In the meantime, Samuel, what are you up to?
Drinking. I'll probably skip
Okay.
the family dinner at this point.
All right, that's fair. So yes, it is now 6 p.m. and you guys have reached the Market Street. You were able to find the Temple of Ash.
All right. Not Ash. I wanted the protection one. The air got it. I think it was Air. AHAAR. Is that right?
They are both
Ahar.
associated
Ahar.
with protection.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
It's fine if you want to join. If you want to go for AHR, that's fine.
Okay.
you.
I'm honestly probably gonna check out both.
Right. Well, you did find the Temple of Ash first, so
Okay.
we'll skip there. The Temple of Ash is kind of like a Greek temple. Lots of columns, a domed ceiling. It's really big and well spaced. The floor is a green marble. It's really clean, really airy. A lot of space. In the middle, there is a one of those temple tables made out of granite. I forgot what it's called, and a basin of water inside the table.
All
And
right.
there are priests that are just standing around like 20 feet apart, just standing.
I will walk up to the closest one and say, please, I implore you, I need your assistance.
Oh, how can we help you, child?
Earlier today I was under the effects of a curse. And
Oh dear.
yes, it was a cursed item that got tragically stuck to me, and I'm afraid that it affected people and caused a commotion, and that is not anything that I want to do ever. But we managed to find a cleric to remove the curse and get the item off, but unfortunately it caused a ruckus with the city guard, and we want to make sure that the people who were hurt and everything are absolved because it was a curse. And so I have a part of the remainder of the item, and I don't know if there's anything you can do with it or any way that you could prove that I'm telling the truth or was under the effect of a curse.
That would be a difficult proposition. We do have some priests and some clerics that can cast Zone of Truth and determine if somebody is lying. We also have some high-level clerics that are able to read your mind.
All right, I'm willing to pay for anything.
We do not accept payment. We are here for the people.
Oh,
If you want to make a contribution, that's between you and your conscience, but we are here to help the people.
okay. All right. How can I help? I want to make sure that we have evidence that we can present the guard.
All right, stay here, child. We have a small waiting chamber off to the side. I would ask you when you're ready to wait there. I'll bring Father Gregory. He should be able to assist you.
All right.
All right, so he leads you to a small enclave. It's not a room per se. It's off to the side. You are surrounded by 3 walls, but the front wall is open and is facing the temple. You are able to see pretty much everything that's happening inside the main chamber of the temple. After 12, 13 minutes, you see a father in the robes of father. However, he's pretty young. He's 20 years old. He's bald. He's got blue eyes. It's a bit sunburned, but yeah, he comes towards you. Yes. Sorry. A priest has told me of your endeavors. You were under some sort of curse.
Yes, it is a pleasure to meet you, Father Gregory. My name is, you may call me Opal. Unfortunately, today underneath the sewers, we were going down to try to help someone with an alligator that went a little haywire, and we discovered a chalice, and I investigated it, but it was cursed, and I didn't notice, and it got stuck to my hand, and then it affected people, and we didn't know the nature of it.
What was the effect it had on people?
It seemed to make people want the chalice.
Dear.
And so they would chase me, trying to hurt me. And unfortunately, one of my comrades fell under the curse, but we didn't notice because he didn't try to hurt me because he's my comrade. And so when everyone was trying to chase and fight over it and fight over what I was holding, he accidentally hurt someone under the curse.
Is that person okay?
No.
Oof.
They're dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. I feel absolutely terrible. And
It's a powerful emotion. It is easy to fall prey to.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I didn't want the chalice for the money. I wanted it because it was red and had rubies.
For the money.
No. Because they're sentimental.
And he just mouths to the priest, for the money.
All right, Opal,
you-
make
are you
a
inside
persuasion
check?
perception check.
Persuasion. She's not lying.
Yeah, do I believe this bullshit?
She's lying through her teeth and her tongue.
If you want to make a insight check like Tom did and Benjamin, go ahead.
Nah, sure. I just mounted the priest. Bunch of bullshit.
All right, so both of you look at Opal's eyes, and they're big and wide, and you could suspect that she's telling the truth.
But Benjamin doesn't trust her, so he's like, "That's bullshit," you know.
All right. Well, I'm sorry this happened to you. What exactly can I do for you, child?
We want to help in absolving our friend, and we're willing to take whatever punishment that the guard and the people in charge deem. But it was under the effect of a curse, and so I need assistance in that endeavor. This is all that remains. There's 4 other of these that they wanted to keep for evidence, and I'll pass off the gem. But I don't know if they trust the nature of the curse because the priest who removed it from my hand was a priest of Liera.
Well, each is free to pray to whatever god they choose. They are free to pray to Ash. They are free to pray to Liera.
I agree, but the guards don't trust him. And so if there is a way that you could, or someone could figure out improve the nature of this curse, or I don't know if someone could cast Zone of Truth tomorrow, or if there's a way. I need true evidence, please.
All right. At this point, we'll take the ruby from you. Concentrate on it. You see a golden glow emanate from both of his hands that are encircling the ruby, trying to get a feel of whatever takes place. I do sense the remainder of a curse here. It's fading. There's no danger. There's definitely a lingering presence.
Mm-hmm.
The nature of the curse is, I can tell that the nature of the curse is based on enchantment. It could very well do what you're describing. Would you allow me access to your mind?
I would.
All right. So you're allowing him complete access, or are you guarding your thoughts, or what are you doing?
Kill.
I'm guarding one specific thing, but that is it.
You want to whisper it to me?
Yes.
Okay.
She types it in the general chat.
Oh no, I'm guarding that I want to kill the party. Wait, no. Wrong chat.
I suspect already what it is. Okay, cool. So yes, he puts the ruby in his pocket for the time being, and puts both hands on either side of your head. You feel like a golden glow. It's very strange. You have felt the presence of Liera. Just the power of Liera. This power is similar but different. It doesn't have the same tingling sensation. There's definitely a tingling sensation, but it's more open, less the shadows. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
You feel your mind opening, and you feel another presence inside your mind. And this person, the Father Gregory has full view of your mind. About 5 minutes passed, and he stops, and then, yes, I believe you, child. It's unfortunate what you've been through. If you ever want to talk about your experience, the Temple of Ash is always here for you.
Thank you. Would you be willing to speak tomorrow to help us?
Oh, certainly.
All right.
I cannot see through your mind exactly what friend Franklin did. I could certainly explain to Cord exactly what you've been through.
All
That's
right.
the way Franklin likes it. Let him rot.
You could probably read Samuel's mind.
I don't know if Samuel will allow that, but
pretty sure he will if it means the case. 'Cause I
If,
think he wants to be impartial. And
if someone
just-
else asks, not me.
Why is he mad at you?
I don't know.
You don't have. I mean, it's none of my business.
He probably blames me. Anyway, Father Gregory, I know that he said that you don't accept payment, but I would like to make a donation.
Oh, it's not needed, child, but
I want to.
very well. We will accept any contribution you wish to make to the church.
Okay. I take out and hand him 50 gold.
Here's 1 copper piece.
I hand him
She gives them 2 copper pieces.
I hand him a goblin finger that I still had in my satchel.
Oh, I'm not sure what we can do with this.
Poor
Sorry,
man.
what is your name?
Mine?
Oh, your friend, the Minotaur, with the goblin finger.
Benjamin.
Well, Benjamin, I'm not sure what we can do with this goblin finger, but we'll try to put it to use.
It's really good. Maybe save it for snack later.
I'm going to look at you weirdly and say a prayer.
He is a Minotaur. He isn't used to being up here yet.
As the father is making a prayer, you could feel a rumbling of frustration and anger coming from you. God is not pleased, Benjamin.
Uh-oh.
You should have eaten it for yourself.
Does that affect Benjamin? Like, is Benjamin getting angry?
Not at all, but you just have. I mean, it's not super severe. You just feel a rumbling in your soul.
Your God's not angry at you, Joey. He's just disappointed.
I feel weird.
All right. So, if I understand correctly, you wish me to be at the courthouse.
That would be correct.
At what
You
time
know.
exactly?
3 p.m. That's right? Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
3 p.m. in the afternoon, not in the morning.
that's what PM.
Made that
what
mistake
PM
the
means.
first time.
All right. Yes, I shall be there. It should not be a problem.
All right. And if you could do the mind read thing, we may have one more friend who saw the other end of the effect.
What?
Not you.
I will only do it if he consents.
I will try to talk to him because I believe it may be important.
Very well. Wish you luck in your future endeavors, child.
Thank you.
Are we fired?
No. All right. Then I am stomping back to the ghostly minstrel.
All right. By the time you get back there, it's roughly 7 p.m.
Is there anything that either of you would like to do? That was my great idea.
I mean, if you,
Yes, Tom?
if you want, I can try talking to Samuel.
Maybe. That might be a smart idea.
I don't know. Well, it's going.
Tom, I know you went to the Temple of Liera. How much did they charge you?
I don't remember, but if it makes you feel any better, we split it between.
That does not make me feel better.
Wasn't it 10 gold pieces?
No,
I think it was 100.
I think it was like a 500 or something.
I think it was 50.
He said 500. I respect it.
I respect
It was
that.
50,000. No, it was 50 gold.
I'm gonna edit it out, and I'm just gonna place it whatever number.
It was 50. I remember.
Can you say 1 million right now so I could?
It was
We had
1
a million gold to begin with.
There you go. And I'll just take this part out and I'll put it into the other. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not fine.
I mean, it's fine. I don't really care about money.
All right. Will you at least tell me how much so I can reimburse Samuel?
I legitimately don't remember. I was panicking and I just threw the gold at them, kind of.
Well, when you talk to him, will you let him know that I am willing to
Reimburse.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. And I guess I'll go to. Is Samuel at the bar? Or is he in his room?
At the bar.
There is Samuel.
It's what? It's like
All
8, right? 9? I'd be at the bar.
Well, it's 7 right now.
Oh yeah, at the
Right.
bar.
I'm
How many drinks have you had at this point, Samuel?
I'm thinking like 2 an hour, so however long I've been there times 2, I guess.
Okay, so make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Come on. I've been training for this day, Samuel.
Thanks. You said 3?
Another 6. Ah, damn it.
All right, so you are tipsy right now. You've got disadvantage on persuasion and deception. You do have advantages against being frightened.
Cool.
And
No, go ahead.
if you guys Benjamin's like, if you guys need help persuading people, I mean, I got friends at the dock that would gladly help.
I don't think I need that kind of persuasion.
I mean, I don't know. They had this little green thing that found spoons by stealing another man's toupee. What's a toupee?
I think it's some type of dress. I think.
And he's
Literally, Speedy mugged a man for his hair.
And he mentioned something about a really tall bird. I don't know what the bird would do, but I mean, they can help persuade people.
I don't think that this is the situation for that, but thank you.
I mean, they could be in the courthouse as like enforcers. Just saying.
I appreciate the suggestion, but maybe another time if we need that kind of persuasion.
I'm going to wait outside.
Okay. I guess I'll walk up to Samuel and I'll throw him across the bar.
Tough. You throw me? Tough.
No, I'm kidding. I just mixed it. Hi.
Hey, Tom.
How are you?
I am okay. How about you?
I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really freaked out and I'm panicking a little.
Well, listen, Tom. Let me clear something up for you real quick.
Okay.
The only reason I wanted to turn you in is because I am absolutely sure they will let you off and it will never be an issue. You're the only one who didn't really want to get the chalice, and you're the only one who did anything about Franklin killing somebody.
Well, I agreed with you, with what you said. I only heard part of it, but I agreed with everything you said.
Well, I'm glad somebody agrees.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming.
I mean, it's not my place to judge, and I'm not judging. The only reason I turned everyone in is so they can properly be judged.
Mm-hmm. I just hope this is a fair court system that they have.
In my experience, it's pretty just.
Okay. Would you be okay if somebody used magic to read your mind?
I don't mind. I have nothing to hide in the case. I will present all the facts, and someone can fact check by reading my mind.
Okay, because Opal got somebody who's able to read minds, and they could corroborate her story. You know.
Oh, really? She told them everything, or she let them read everything? I guess.
I think so. She also said the chalice, she got it for sentimental value.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know her very well, but I mean, I guess she could want it for sentimental reasons. I'm not sure. Either way, I see as greedy, whether it's sentimental or not.
I agree. I'll have to be a little greedy, but I think her heart's in the right place. You know, she at least tries to listen to when I say not to. Like, well, she doesn't know all the money that we found to charity.
That's true. She's nice. She just doesn't seem to care what you think or feel. Not you specifically, just other people. I tried to tell them not to break that wall, and she just ignored me and had Benjamin do it anyways. So I don't know. Sometimes she just does things that I don't think you should do and doesn't think about it.
Yeah, I didn't want them breaking the wall either. I didn't want to have more sewer workers be in danger for having to go down there and having to fix it.
Agreed. I think that a lot of things could have gone wrong, and I think possibly the worst thing that could have happened did go wrong. So
But then again, hindsight is everything. You know, it's
yeah,
easy
but
to
if you
judge
just
the
attempt to
past.
use a little foresight instead of acting on a whim, you don't have to worry too much about hindsight because you stay out of trouble.
It's harder for other people. You know.
I guess. I mean, I'm okay. I think the trial will be just. I don't have any issues. I get that everyone's mad, but
I mean, I'm not
you
mad.
know, we did something wrong. I don't think you're mad, but Franklin was clearly mad. Opal's clearly upset. Benjamin seemed too drunk to really know what was going on.
Stop calling me out. How dare you?
Are you upset with her?
I wish she would listen and not be so greedy and just do whatever she wants. I don't think it's good for a society when people just do whatever they want. I think that you have to follow some kind of rule.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But I mean, I don't know if this is my place, but I mean, to be fair, I mean, listening is kind of a two-way street. You know, you have to give and take.
I agree. I don't know if you're referring to a specific example of where I didn't listen. If you are, I'm not picking
No,
up on it.
I'm just saying in general. Right? Just hearing her out, you know, and trying to understand it from her perspective.
Sure, she's never tried to offer her perspective, though. All she did was try to argue that it wasn't her fault at all. It was a curse.
Well, I wasn't awake for when she
Pretty
said that.
much all she had to say was, it was a curse, it was a curse. And nobody really wanted to take any of the blame besides me and apparently you, which I appreciate.
I mean, I agree that we're partially responsible for the murder of that person.
Absolutely. It's like 50% the group, 50% the curse.
There's actions we could have done to prevent it, that we didn't do. But we didn't understand the full nature of the curse, to be fair. And we were going out to try to fix it. We didn't know what would happen once we left. It was more ignorance than not
Well,
knowingly putting people in danger, you know?
I have to say that's just, in my opinion, not a good enough excuse to get someone killed.
But they weren't trying to justify the person dying. I mean, I don't think so, right? I don't think she would justify.
To me, when somebody dies and all you have to do is say it was the curse's fault, you're trying to justify why it's not your fault.
I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I think you're right.
But it's, like I said, up to the judge. He'll make a decision. Apparently someone will be reading minds, so that should be fun to watch.
And I believe she said something about truth. It was like a circle of truth or something. She said. I think it means you can't lie. So I mean, if you want to know the truth, you could ask what she really feels during that moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, the truth to me could be different than what the judge views as the truth, so I'm not sure what I think the truth is matters.
Well, no, but just for yourself, not for the case. To get a better read on how she truly feels about the situation, you know? If you'd like.
Well, I don't know that I care what she really believes about it. I think I care more what she says. I think she maybe does believe it's her fault and she's just trying to save herself.
I don't get that impression.
Do you think she truly doesn't believe it's her fault?
Well, I think she believes. Well, she was crying when we found her. Or was it? Oh wait, were we both there? I don't remember. Was it
Yeah.
just me? Okay. She was crying when she found her. She felt guilt.
So she does believe it's her fault, but she won't own up to it.
And a lot of people hide how they truly feel behind lies.
That's a good
You can't
point.
just take what they say at face value. And this would allow
That's a good point. But
them to not be able to hide anything.
just my biggest issue with the situation is no one wants to own up to it being their fault. That's what I had an issue with. That's the reason I was mad.
I see. That makes sense.
So
At this
whether she
point,
truly believes it or not, yeah, go Candle, go.
At this point, a dwarf comes towards you guys. Hey, no children here. This is establishment for. This is a establishment for adults.
I'm not a child.
Cool. Sorry. It's really hard to distinguish halfling and gnomes from children sometimes. And I offer you an ale.
I'm okay.
All right. Well, if there's anything, let me know. Our rooms here are pretty cheap. They're 6 silvers per night.
Right. But Samuel, I think you should try telling this to the group. You know.
I did, and Franklin just yelled that my logic makes no sense. You were asleep though.
But it's from what I sounded like. It sounded like you guys were kind of arguing like semantics at that point. It wasn't really sure what the argument was. You were just bringing up examples of things.
Well, Franklin takes responsibility from what I can tell. He just seems to feel it's no one else's fault, which I disagree with.
Yeah, he was pretty emotionally distraught when I told him what happened. And I think he's trying to internalize it all and blame it on himself rather than letting other people in.
Fuck, don't call him out like this. My God.
I know, this whole time I've like listening to them, I'm like, damn, okay, this is really interesting.
My goodness.
But yeah, I think we should all come in at open minds tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, like I said, all I'm going to be there to do is present the facts as I saw them. Whatever the judge decides, the judge decides, and I respect his decision or her decision, whoever they pick.
Oh God.
Could I mean I could try explaining it to them if you'd like.
If you want, personally, I don't really care what they think of me. I'm gonna do what I think is right, and I think the right thing was for us to turn ourselves in and be judged properly.
I agree.
They can be mad, they cannot like me. That's their own decision.
But you shouldn't push people away like that, you know. Being so, I think an open kind of dialogue is better, and I can try to explain it to them.
If you want, Tom, I'm not gonna ask you to.
I want to. I don't want anyone to be mean to you. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, Tom. Well, I'm gonna stay up a little longer, and then I'll see you tomorrow around 3, I guess.
Okay.
You can go bed. You can go bed.
I'll get a room and go to bed.
All right. While that's happening, Opal is just standing outside, just waiting for you to return. You
Yep.
never do.
I would eventually, if he did that, I would eventually, like after an hour or so, go in.
Okay. We'll say that. So, Tom, please remove 6 silvers from your inventory as you are taking a room here. And Opal, you are up.
I'll walk in and look around for Tom.
I'm just gonna give him a gold.
Fair enough. He will bite the gold, make sure it's real, and then offer you the best room that's available.
The what? The best what? Beer nuts?
Best room.
Oh.
All right, Opal, you have arrived inside a tavern. You arrive inside a tavern. You don't see Tom anywhere.
Okay. Then I guess I will walk up to Samuel and say, I know that you are mad at me, but did Tom leave?
No one here is mad. Yes, he went to bed.
All right. Okay. I was hoping that he would tell me. I know that the Temple of Liera charged you. How much did they charge you?
Like a silver, don't worry about it.
Do I believe him?
Do I
Because-
believe this bullshit?
Because I know the Temple of Liera.
You can make an insight check with
Ow.
advantage. And
21.
Samuel, you've got
Oh my
disadvantage.
Oh, you believe it.
We're equally matched.
So Samuel has disadvantage because he's drunk.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes, you
Can
do
that
not
be a
believe him,
command?
Opal.
You need to put that as a command.
Do I believe this bullshit?
No, you do not.
All
Already
right.
add the command.
I will.
You are very familiar with the Temple of Liera, so that's why you have disadvantage. Advantage, and Samuel is drunk, so he's got disadvantage.
All right. Hold on. I'm looking back to see what they said. I will take 20 gold out and put them in front of him and say, I know the temple. I know what they charge. And if you want more, I'm willing to give more.
Barkeep, here's 20 gold for her room for the next while, and I'll toss it to the barkeep.
I don't want to stay here. I was going
Asshole.
back to the castle.
That's great. That's great. Here, barkeep, buy yourself something nice.
The barkeep
case
just
you
takes
don't.
the gold, shrug his shoulders, and just pockets the gold.
Just in case you don't want to walk back, you have a room here for the night, and probably for the next couple weeks.
All right. I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry.
Opal, where are you staying for tonight?
Where's Benjamin?
Oh,
That's
I'm
a good
guessing
question.
Benjamin is outside waiting for you.
Oh, would he be waiting for me? Let's be honest. Would he have sat there with me for the hour?
Yes, Benjamin, what are you doing?
Waiting outside because nobody else invited him anywhere.
I'm.
My man's has a hangover.
Barkeep, would you extend that to 2 rooms, please? I'll just have Benjamin stay here then.
Very well, that shouldn't be a problem.
All right. I guess I'll go out and get Benjamin and say that we have rooms here.
All right. I'm going to say that we take a short break for the time being, and we'll be back.
This
Anything then?
episode's so depressing.
I'm
Oh.
gonna get a beer because fuck this.
I know.
All right. You can put us on break, Holo. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. I hope to see you all when we come back, guys.